just us for the moment. There wasn't room. I was going to actually do a little bit of cinematic driving, set up the gas station and whatnot. But that's where you and your team are going to start, coming up the abandoned highway from the last gas station up the highway in the middle of nowhere, where you were finding clues and talking to locals and whatnot to figure out what kind of nonsense and superstition you guys are heading into. But it is your assumption that somewhere out here in the Arizona desert is maybe an abandoned military post, or maybe a post-collapse warlord that has lost his power and there's abandoned stuff there. You're not sure. You're definitely under the impression that these rumors are there to keep people away. But it's very fantastical and nonsensical. So you're thinking you're dealing with a lot of folklore and superstition.
Okay.
The last person you talked to was the old timer that's been manning that gas station pretty much his entire life. He was there before the collapse. He's been there since. Ekes out a living and just kind of keeps to himself in the wastelands. And he considers it his job to warn people away from going down that stretch of highway. There's a reason it's blocked off, and everybody he's seen go before, nobody comes back. The old stretch of Highway 491 through Arizona that's been abandoned since before the collapse. He lets you know that very few people remember, but decades and decades ago, before the fall, Highway 491 was actually Route 666 through Arizona. It's been the devil's highway for a long, long time. If you're insisting on going down there, I'm not going to stop you. It's not my place, but I think you're fools. Down that stretch of road, the lines between what's real and the other worlds blur. People get lost and they never come back. So if you're going to go down that road, you watch. You'll see. The people that are going to try to stop you are already dead. So once you find the dead, from that point, don't leave the pavement. Stay on the pavement or you'll never find your way out. If you manage to get all the way after what everybody is searching for, you're still going to die at the hands of the Turbo Destroyer. Nobody remembers exactly what the Turbo Destroyer is, but it's some otherworldly monstrosity that just destroys everything. That's all it was built. All it does. That's its only purpose, is to destroy. So if you damn fools are going to go down that highway, just know what you're getting into. Stay on the road once you're not in the real world anymore. And the dead will tell you when you've crossed the line. All right.
We don't need your stinking rumors, old man. We're after the treasure.
All right. So, this is mostly just sort of a scenery setup. So you guys roll up to the barricades. You can see it's been tagged up. Somebody smashed one of them before. The guardrails are dented. You can see you guys aren't the first ones. However, it does look like somebody keeps putting the signs back up. And you get to the bridge, and there's a guardrail that's actually across the road and anchored into the road. And there's nothing happening yet, so you pretty much just have to decide if you're going to roll the dice and go through it or just go around it, because you can. And cross this bridge, and then the highway just goes off into the desert.
Okay. So start pointing there or at the bridge?
Yeah, you don't need to use templates or anything. This is just sort of narrative at the moment.
Okay. So I think we're gonna chuck it off road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just head around. You're going to go over the bridge or through the gullies?
The gully's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take our time going through the gullies.
Okay.
Get back on the road.
Stay off the bridge?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you get back up on the bridge, start heading down the highway. And we will do a little bit of cleanup and change. For anybody that is watching us, why is my phone bleeping? Nothing stream related. Actually, I guess I should probably take a peek and make sure we have audio and everything, since I'm running things without backup. But for anybody just joining us, this is not out of the books or anything. This is just a silly little scenario that I'm winging and making up for Dia de los Muertos. It's actually one of my favorite holidays. I think it's a beautiful holiday. But this is just sort of a generic, spooky, Halloween, haunted road kind of scenario. And we're going to test some goofy rules and go through a haunted road together. And see if this gang that is out to get the whatever treasures lie forgotten out in the wastelands, if they can survive the haunted highway, the Devil's Road, and the Turbo Destroyer.
Maybe that old man was smoking too much devil's lettuce.
Alrighty, so here we are. Okay. I heard my silly chuckle, so we have audio, which is good. I just needed to check. My phone is blowing up again with more of these unsolicited political text messages, which I was under the impression was actually not permissible. I have been terribly busy reporting them pointlessly because it's not. They're probably just Google Talk numbers. It's not like it's anybody's cell phone number.
Yeah.
But yeah, obnoxious.
They're awful.
Obnoxious. And then I don't know what I did with the bag for these, but I like these. They will probably come back later.
And all the ads in the mail. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I don't know. The actual physical junk mail.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that.
The last 3 elections, I haven't gotten so much of that ever.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. We had our mailman actually leave not a nasty gram, but he had to take the time to leave a note on our door that our mailbox was full. We were like, really? And yeah, full of junk mail and political hate mail. That's what I call the flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Mudgrams.
Political vitriol.
Yes. Alrighty, so here's what we'll do. You are on the road right there at that curve is where it becomes Highway 491, which is the old Route 666.
Is there really a Route 666?
There was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
In Arizona.
Yeah, okay. Familiar with the Route 66, but not 666.
I think it had to do with the naming policy at that time.
Mm.
It was an offshoot of 66, and just they had a naming convention.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for blatantly obvious reasons, there were folks that didn't really like that. So It didn't last long, and they renamed it. So you travel down the highway for quite a ways without... Man, after the party, I've got no place to set stuff down. Without any incident. So you're definitely starting to think this old man either doesn't want you to find anything out here, or he's just crazy. And the first thing you find, we're going to do this just for giggles. First thing that actually trips your radar is, that's going to be way off the map, so let's scoot everything down. So put our little shikini in here. There is apparently somebody out here, because as you come up the highway, they let you get nice and close, but then they come out of the culverts and gullies.
Oh.
You haven't seen another living soul in 4 or 5 hours. Barely seen any of the wildlife that survives in the wastelands. And bits of old equipment. Well, bah. I'm actually not seeing my cases with my vehicles on.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if I buried them under this stuff. Because I thought this table was clear for the party. Nope, that's all right. That's just grab a couple of unmodified vehicles and call it good. But when you get close, these guys reveal themselves and start barreling down on you. They look like they're fairly ramshackle vehicles. They're going to count as buggies.
Okay.
But they're clearly not interested in hiding from you. They're looking like they're going to engage you and hope that you have some stuff they can take. And they've probably got nothing better to do than to chase you and get it.
Yeah, they're probably a little bored out here.
Like I said, they look really, really ramshackle, like rough wastelanders. All right, so let's see who's got pole position. I'll get the gear indicator. That's the other thing I forgot to put on the table. See which camera angle we have. Let's kick over to top down for now. Yeah, that should show everybody closing in on each other nicely. All right, and I brought my dice in. And my templates. All right, you are already moving. I'm going to let you start in third gear.
Okay.
These guys have been waiting in ambush, so they're starting in first gear. There's you hear there's some kind of pop or loud bang. It doesn't sound like a gunshot. It just sounds like some kind of signal that was loud enough for them all to hear it. And you get to activate first.
Right. Let's see.
Just so you know your assessment, so you can figure out what's going on. They're all buggies, 2 forward machine guns, and Molotovs.
Okay.
No. 2 forward machine guns and steel nets. They want to scavenge you, they're not going to set you on fire. They're not going to throw their precious gas at you, so.
Yeah.
They're just going to throw crap in your wheels and hope they can stop you.
That makes more sense. For scavengers.
Yeah, that's why I rethought that.
All right, so gentle turn.
There's going to be, for anybody watching, there's going to be a little bit of making this up as we go. I had the scenario designed. It was sort of designed for a couple more people, and we were going to discuss if they wanted to be fully cooperative or sort of semi-cooperative, but they want the prize kind of thing. And everything that I had in mind is sort of scaled for that, so I'm going to be winging a little bit, but we just want to test out this scenario. All right, thank you.
I took a hazard for going off-road.
Okay, yeah, from pavement to on pavement off. House rules, just in case anybody watches this later, we do have a couple of house rules. We only do hazards for shifting, for downshifting, just to keep the game going and keep everybody from wiping out every gear phase. So the only time you get a hazard for shifting is when you're downshifting, and that's on or off pavement. It's a hazard for downshifting. So when you want to slow down, you have to manage it. The other house rule is going from onto or off of pavement with a movement template. The transition of terrain gives you a hazard. So going from pavement to dirt or from dirt onto pavement is a hazard. I think those are really the only ones that we need to go over right now. But those are our house rules, so that's not going to be right out of the book. So if anybody's watching and counting that, the math isn't exactly as written. And it's my turn, and I'm sitting here babbling. We're going to medium straight, baby. These are all going to roll.
Say he's got some good shock absorbers on it.
It's actually funny. This one actually kind of does. It's a weird. I like the shape of it. I just haven't torn it down yet. I just can't find. In the moving around and redecorating, we had a Halloween party, and we had to put some stuff away. My case with my completed cars, I I can't find, and I don't want to take the time right now to dig through everything. So I'm using stock Hot Wheels, which, yeah, it's going to be problematic, but I'm going to try to manage it. All right, hold on, he activated. Let's do. This guy. He's gonna have to. Oh, he can't because he's still in first. So I can't do the veer. Where's my buddy Gentle? I can do that in first gear, right? And that is a shift. So we get over here. Start crowding the pavement. 3 shifts on both those templates so they can keep up. I'm going to actually just keep geared dice with the model and get out other dice to roll. Because I don't have the sheets that I for these guys.
Oh.
Hey, John. Hey, Eric. Thanks, guys. Yes. Happy birthday to me. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. It's there's going to be some kookiness here. And I'm going to have divided attention running the stream, making this up, and participating in it. So if it goes quiet without me talking, just do your best to make do without my beautiful voice. Here we go. I betcha. I'll take that free shift for second gear. I'm gonna count on that being close enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, it's the other way because I'm shooting, but yeah. Okay. All right. We still have the best camera angle for this. Let me look at the other camera angles real quick before I run my shows. The overhead looks good. No, far camera doesn't. You know what? We're gonna switch.
You got some visual effects going on? See the smoke?
Yeah, there's a machine back there.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that later.
Let's see. What is that?
That's why I had the phone, or the fan on. Okay, so 4 dice. We're going to use the yellow dice, and only the yellow dice tonight. Hopefully that prevents me from picking up the shift dice. No promises. Wow, 2 hits.
This guy, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. And these guys look like lunatics. They're gonna come at you and try to gum up your tires and shoot you until the car stops and then see what you have.
Okay.
All right. That's everybody, I think. Gear phase 2. You had pole position, I think, so it's mine now. Like I was really dumb for engaging the way he did, but he did what he did. Can he, in second gear, use either of these? He can. And, comically enough, it's still a shift, so we're going to do that. Not come head on. Free shift to take us to third. I am going to roll dice. Handling, I believe. Shift, slide, hazard. All right, so I don't want the free hazard. I don't need the shift. I don't want the slide either, and it's not worth pushing it. So he's just going to scrub those, and it is what it is. He was going to. Oh, and he still can. Okay. So, rakes fire across the car, and then veers a little bit and is shooting at the truck. Well, it seems, well, that's still just 2. Yep.
Okay.
Has activated and is in 3rd gear, and that doesn't need to be there. He's clearly the excitable one of his group because his buddies are not going to get there in time to help him.
Okay. All right. You're going to like this.
Shiny and chrome.
Yeah. Here we go. Kaboom.
Okay, that's a head on. You're in 3rd still, or did you go to 4th?
I am in 3rd.
Okay, so that's 6 dice, plus your ram, plus weight difference, because this is a buggy.
Yeah. All right, so...
And he's going to smash back, because that's what wastelanders do.
5, 6 for the ram, plus an exploding ram.
Oh, okay. Which is 6 dice?
Yeah.
I don't think it's 4. I think it's 6. I'll grab a book. Yeah, so you've got 6 for the gear. The ram makes it 8. The weight makes it 10. And that exploding ram is 6 more dice. I just know it, but let's make sure. Let's make sure.
That's my
Wheel upgrade, exploding ram, C rules. You know, that's not as helpful. Plus 6 attack dice. Yep.
Okay. All right. Here's the 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 6 more.
Yeah, you should have 16 dice. Oof. Okay. That's
2, 4, 6.
which is enough to kill a buggy by itself.
9, 10, 12 hits.
Okay. So 4 back at you, actually.
Oh,
as he sprays chrome spray paint at his teeth and just accelerates into you. So
can I avoid those?
no, because we both smashed. So you don't get the hazards. I do, but it doesn't matter. No explosion. So he's just...
Oh, yeah. What's the special rule with that? 1s and 2s? I get damage?
I think it's just 1s, but let's check. I actually don't use that crazy thing very often, so that part of the rule...
Yeah, I think it is just 1s.
Let's see. But yes, it does cause splash damage to you. Exploding ram. Oh, loses a whole point for each 1 or 2 rolled.
1 or 2.
I only see 1 of them on there. So.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll just do that.
Yeesh.
Well, yeah, it's still so short forward and wreck. He is already out. All right.
Quite brutal.
Turns into a fireball. Doesn't blow up though. So, that was your activation. So these guys are not happy that you just blew up their friend. Free shift, so we'll take it to 3rd. Definitely not in range yet. Ah, meow back at you, Shadow Minx. Testing a goofy homebrew scenario game. Ryan's team here is a bunch of wastelanders that are trying to get their way down the highway and in the desert and find some treasures and forgotten loots and scavenge and that kind of stuff, salvage that's out in the desert, that there are lots of spooky rumors that keep people away. And these guys are convinced that it's not real, so they're going to go see what it is that everybody is hiding out here, or what they can find that maybe hasn't been picked clean since people stay away. They were told at the beginning that the biggest enemy on the road is actually the people that have died on the road, So once the dead come to try to stop them, they know they have crossed the barrier and they are no longer in a normal world. Once they hit that point, they've been told that they need to stay on the road or they will never find their way home. And they have been told that there are otherworldly treasures, but they're guarded by an otherworldly creature known as the Turbo Destroyer. So that's what's in their way. Still gets a shift for second gear. It's going to take, both of them are going to take hazards for pavement hopping. Third gear. Thank you. Just keep it by their dice. He's also activated so there's some home brewing happening. There's also, I'm having to adjust things on the fly because it's just Ryan and I. So there's going to be some spontaneous changes to things as we go. We're just sort of testing the scenario as scenario play. And because Day of the Dead is one of my favorite holidays, I love the holiday. I just wanted to do something spooky and Dia de los Muertos related for the game. All right, so I believe that takes us to third. Pole position is yours again. I'm going to check the camera angles again since we've moved a bit. No, that still shows your team nicely, but my poor yahoos aren't on camera yet. So let's back it out a little so people can see us encroaching on each other here. Okay. You know what? That'll work. Gotta glue the wheels. Glue your wheels. I'm going to leave that there because I am going to roll dice or he can't shift. And he's on pavement, so he wants to go fast. Well, that's not how you go fast. That's not good at all. We don't want the slide. We're gonna push our luck. Yeah, I'm not even gonna keep the spin. The spin wouldn't be bad, but I get another one. So let's wash that. We're gonna shift him to 4 with that shift. Bonus hazard for pushing it, and we are going to use the spin because those weren't all shifts. I think one of them was a hazard. I'm going to use this to line up on you, which is also another hazard. And he is gone. Yeah, not quite. He's trying to get there, though. Unfortunately, it gives you the window to close. The first encounter, for anybody watching later or following along, appears to be just some ragtag wastelander scumbags that like to shoot up anybody they meet on the highway. They ran headlong into this group, clearly not expecting them to actually be armed road warrior types. Probably just caravans or families kind of thing. Oh yeah, you got me.
Let's see. Heavy machine gun coming away. Oh, nothing.
That just made him brave.
The little pit in the pavement kind of
potholes. There's the shot. Ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. Hold still. All right, so, yeah, I think we're gonna keep using Veer. Veer's been good. I'm gonna have to roll dice this time, though. Again, because we don't have the shift we need. Ah, Yahtzee.
Ooh,
That's terrible.
that's rough.
Okay, well, that's a definite reroll, and hopefully that's not an indicator of what the dice are coming up with. That was awful. Well, that's better, but doesn't do what I want. So we're going to wash one of these, shift to fourth. If I can find it. There we go. We're going to take the one spin hazard for coming off the pavement, which is unfortunate. We're going to spin just to... You're going to move forward, so we're going to turn a little sharper. So I don't think I've got range on you. You're going to get to move first. So we're going to turn just a little bit. All right. So, hazard for coming off the pavement. Hazard for using the spin. Fourth gear. And activated. I'll go ahead and test range, but I don't think I have it. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
well, I didn't think I did. Well, we're going to shoot at you then. 2 hits. Yep.
Nothing. Hey. Oh man, still up.
No zombies yet, John. Zombies are later. They're going to be a different kind of challenge. Okay.
Right. So, he's in third gear. He's gonna...
The zombies are actually going to be a strange gotcha lottery type mechanic. We talked about it off camera, so it's not going to be a surprise to Ryan, but it'll be funny.
Not quite.
All right.
Actually, I want to roll. Yep. See if I can get up to one more gear. Shift and a slide. Push it. Damn. So I'll take 2 hazards and shift up to fourth.
Okay. All right. Fourth gear. Full position's me. We're gonna I should still get you there. Gonna take the free shift. Fourth gear is fine. We're gonna get rid of one of these hazards, the existing hazards. He gonna stay in fourth gear with his hazards he's towing, and not gonna roll any other dice. I think I can still get you with my forward arc. Yeah. So you're definitely not in short though. 3 hits. Man, the evades are not happening tonight.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Oh, and this needs to come off because we just started gear 4.
I will. Do a medium straight using fourth gear. And that's a free shift. I will get rid of the hazard. And
Yeah, this won't go
turret mounted minigun.
well. Okay.
That's
I expected you to tear up the guy right in front of you, but there we go.
yeah,
And it is a
46.
pickup truck model because I'm just using base Hot Wheels. It is They're just buggies.
And then 3 handguns.
Okay.
All right, do it. Handguns right
8
there.
dice, man. Bam, bam. Oh.
And then minigun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5 hits. All right. He is in 4th gear. Let's see if he can get evasive. Oh, 2.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, so 2 hits. I'm gonna
3 hits. So I had 5.
You got 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 3 hits. I'm gonna have to do that, I think, or I won't remember.
Okay. And that's his turn.
All right. This guy. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a gentle turn in 4th gear, which is okay. Not trivial or hazardous. Hopefully I'm eyeballing this right. Coming this way.
Oof. Look at that.
Okay. What I want now is my spin. Definitely don't want the slide. I'm gonna push my luck and take a hazard to re-roll this, even though it's packing enough hazards he shouldn't. Oh. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. Spend that to get rid of one of these existing ones, or what I'm doing won't work. Well, that changes that. Okay, so take the hazard for pushing it, which I already have, or I would be at 5. We are going to get rid of 3 more of my existing hazards, I guess. That's all I can do with those. First off, the reason he got close, steel nets. Just 1 hit.
And there's the
And
evade.
evade. Okay, so you don't fall for the nets. And because he did that, they can only fire 1 of the machine guns. 2 hits.
No evades.
Okay. Activated. 4th gear. All right. The zombies are coming, though, John. And the zombies will probably make you laugh when they happen. You get him?
No collision.
Ah.
That's not what I wanted, so... Alright. I have a crew of 2, so I will do... Oh, he doesn't have steel nets, I took them off. So I will do 2 grenades.
Okay.
And then that's 2d6. 1 hit.
1 hit. Let's see if we can evade. Yep, 2 evades.
Darn. Okay.
Guess the evades are on my side tonight. That's
Yeah.
right. Usually it's feast or famine for both teams, so, and it's still your turn because I'm down a car.
Okay. Use the 4th gear, you'll get a hazard from that.
Nice.
And crew 2. 2 steel nets.
Okay.
Oh, there's some good hits. 1, 2,
No
3,
evades.
4, 5.
Okay. So, puts me at 7 hazards. Is that all you're doing, Tom?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I use both my crew to fire this or shoot the
Okay.
the steel nets.
So, that puts him at 7 hazards. So, at the end of the phase, he is definitely going to wipe out. He is in 4th gear. Oof. Okay. So, medium forward. No more hazards. Gear 1. You can decide where he's facing. But he does tumble across the asphalt. Okay. He is a buggy, so the roll cage saves him. But yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's it.
All right. Anybody in 5?
Nope.
All right. So back to 1. Pole position is yours because I believe I had it. No, not a bad time to wipe out, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So he's in 4th gear. Oh, he could have gone on 4th. Well, it's all right. Too late now.
Well, I think he did.
Yeah?
Didn't he?
I don't remember.
Because he came in and shot this guy out. But
It's all good. All right. There is the minigun.
okay.
1 hit.
The guns are 5, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
I think so. Because the
It's 4. Oh, 4.
maybe I'm thinking of cost.
Hawk. Minigun 46.
Yep. Okay. I was thinking cost. That's where I got 5 from. Okay. So yeah.
So 1 hit.
Okay. On that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes 1.
Okay.
So he had 3. Okay, so we are going to need to see if I can do this in this low of a gear since he's stuck in first. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see where this puts me. Hazard for off the pavement, or for changing pavement. Okay. So gonna have to roll in order to stay in the game with him. Oof. We're just gonna take it. We'll take 1 hazard and shift up to 2nd. So we're in 2nd. Yes. Take the hazard that I couldn't wash out. And I don't know that, well, your truck might be.
Who's he going to shoot? They both in the arc?
Yeah, they're technically both in the arc. I think I'm going to shoot back at the truck because the truck shot the shit out of him. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll do 1 at each. So the truck gets hit with 3.
Oh,
That's actually not a bad shot. That's a pretty good shot.
4. Oh, come on. Even some of it.
Yeah, I don't know why your evades are so rough. And then your buggy, that was a 5, so 2 hits.
Hi.
And he has activated. Okay. I had something planned for this too, by the way, since it's a scenario, so it's not going to be as bad as it seems.
Actually, let's see. Orange Crush is in third gear. It's got one hazard. So he is going to do this.
Just
T-bone you.
straight T-bone.
Just
okay. Okay.
So I'll just kind of swipe him around that way. And
He's going to smash back, of course, because he's a lunatic. So
it's in third gear. So T-bone is...
it's your gear, but that's a car.
Yep.
Okay, so it's your gear.
Plus the weight difference.
Plus, yeah, 2 for weight difference. Plus, he still has an actual ram, right?
Yep. And
2
that's
more.
2.
I'm only going to get 4. And I'm going to be down 2 dice because of the weight difference. So he tries to smash back, but it's worthless.
4 hits.
Ooh, okay. So, run out of these dice. Pow. Whoa, stop running. Put it on the hood, I guess. Okay, crunch. And he takes 2 hazards because he got T-boned. Doesn't wipe him out, but definitely messes with him. And he's the only person to activate.
Do that before you move him.
What's that?
Hit him before he moves. That's why I did that move.
I think what we're going to do, where's my hard turn? That's not going to get him close enough. Close, but not quite. He only moved because I bumped the road.
Okay.
So, means I can still machine gun him. He's in 4th gear. He doesn't need to shift. Doesn't need to roll any dice. We're going to 1 hit, 3 hits total. Oh, if he
Wow, look at that. So
Yeah.
2 hits.
good roll overall, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
I'm glad he's got armor plating.
And he still gets to activate.
Yeah. It's my pole position now. All right. So actually, he's in 4th gear. Can't do that one. Do that. Will that get me? Shoot. So I do that, I'm gonna run into the truck. Can't do these 2.
Want the donut template?
I don't think that's gonna help. in this.
It probably won't. You'll probably hit the other buggy,
Yeah.
the yellow one. Just get him out of there.
Yeah. Still gonna be in your crosshairs though. That's all I was trying to avoid. But I will just go straight. Get a free shift from that hazard.
All right. Do you have anything that'll shoot? Nope.
I think am I in medium range of anything? Nope. Nope. That's it.
All right. 2nd gear. Hold position. Where's my buddy? Actually, we're going to do medium straight because we're going to already take a hazard. No, you don't get to do that. That's the plan, but you didn't get there. Leave that there for now. This was on 4. Second gear with a hazard. We are going to take a hazard for pavement hopping. And free shift. Put him in third so you can stay in the game. Just eat the hazard. And yeah. 2 hits to the truck. Total of 4 hits.
So 3 hits. Wow. Those double machine guns are wreaking havoc.
Yeah, they take up 2 spaces, but they're hitting as hard as your minigun. He is activated. He is not, because we shifted and we traded gear phases. All right. He has... Those are buggies, man. They're both 2 points from dead.
Cars in third gear. Oh shit, I already did it. Oh, crap. Damn it. Wasted turn. Actually, will that hit him? No, it does not.
You can with a spin, though.
Yeah.
If you want to roll for it. You could actually, I think, hit either one of them if you spun that car right.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the spin. Shift, hazard, hazard.
How many does he have? Is it worth it? All right.
Oh, yeah. Got 1 hazard.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I'm doing all of it. There it
Your
is.
spin.
All right. So I will get rid of an existing hazard.
Okay.
And then gain a hazard for spinning. And
1 for pushing luck.
yep. Okay. And I will shift up to 4th.
Okay.
And
Who you want to hit?
this guy.
Okay. I'm sure. Oh, yeah. There's contact.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you could hit either one of them. Okay. So I assume you're smashing.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's going to smash back. As dumb
So
as
that's what? Gear?
it's yeah, your
Weight
gear.
difference.
2 for the weight difference, 2 for the ram.
2 for the ram.
And he smashes back at you and does 1. Oh. Oh. That's ugly. Do we have... Yeah, we're still on overhead, so...
8 hits.
Oh, good. I'm going to see if the other camera angle will actually show your dice. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. So, definitely wrecked. Let's see. Just use these and take this off of him now. He will move a short forward. Let me share this real quick. Put him right here on the pavement. He explodes.
Oh.
It's okay. It's not going to be too bad.
Right?
Yep. Which is just the car that hit him.
He's wrecked, by the way. Got 1 damage.
Oh, was all it took?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good sacrifice.
Okay. Ooh, all right. My guy takes 2. Doesn't evade any of them. So he is also wrecked. This guy's done. All he hit was that guy. He's already wrecked, so it doesn't matter. So let's move him a short forward and
see if he blows up. He's got 3 ammo.
Oh, good.
4.
He actually
does
doesn't
not
blow up.
Nice.
Which is good. This guy, however, is going to T-bone you because he is now wrecked. So he moves a short forward. Bang. He is in 3rd gear, which gives him 1 die. And does no damage to you. He does not blow up. Does not blow up. So he is just a wreck. All right. You got him. Okay. So
That was a pretty tough fight.
as
Holy smokes.
The dice seem to really kind of... They were on the side of my machine guns. All right, so... It is late afternoon when you had this fight. You've obviously been shot up. You've got 1 car down. Here's how I was going to have this work. You can either continue down the road in the condition you're in, consolidate your crew, whatnot, abandon your wrecked car, or you can essentially find out where they were camped out and camp there for the night. What that's going to do is you're going to roll 1 hazard die. If you come up with a hazard, just a hazard symbol, you're going to lose a crew member from one of your vehicles.
Oh.
But that lets you repair your vehicles, including the wrecked one. Because one is wrecked and not just needing to be repaired, it needs to actually be fixed, that gives you an extra die to roll. Hazards or crew loss.
Okay.
Or you can take yourself in the condition you're in and just continue down the road.
I'll go for the dice.
Okay. All right. So you camp out there overnight. Roll your shift dice, just 2 of them.
I lose 1 crew.
Okay. Everybody is back to starting condition.
Okay.
Damage, ammo, the whole bit. You're able to scavenge. Something happens. Either when you get to the camp, there are people there that you have to run off and somebody gets shot, or... no, actually... Something happens in the middle of the night and one of your people just disappears.
Okay.
However, your vehicles are back to starting condition, including the wrecked one. They have all of the tools and everything out here because they're living out here.
And then ammo?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're able to top off your ammo. All right. We've won.
All right, so I will reduce my truck to 2.
Okay. Something happens to one of your guys. You guys obviously don't all go to sleep at once. Something happens, and in the morning, somebody has just disappeared. There's not any survivors left, so it wasn't anybody that was in the camp. You're not sure what happened. Okay. So, the next part of the scenario, I actually need to move my... Well, no, I think for the overhead cam... Yeah. Alrighty, folks. We're going to set up for the next part of the scenario. So there's going to be some map swapping and whatnot. Give us just a moment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Comments or input or anything like that. This is a goofy scenario game that we're just sort of testing out with some completely homebrewed rules. This is all going to take place sort of right in the middle. I think that is all I need there. You actually find something that you weren't quite expecting. Zombies and people that are sick in the wastelands and whatnot are a thing.
Oh, it's Necromunda. No.
However, they just seem to be milling about in this area, not scavenging, not moving, just sort of at home. And you have no idea what this silly compound actually might have been at some point, but it is all fairly heavily walled in. It has run down and has been abandoned for quite a while. We're going to put this in the back. That might be too far back. It is. So, and any better? Still further, huh? That's better because that sees those. Okay. So, we're going to do this. Get rid of that. Appears to be some kind of heavy-duty gate in the very back. We'll throw some fencing up just for aesthetics. But this does seem to block the road. This whole road, whatever this compound was, this road came here and only here. So this would appear to be the way through. And creators here. What you do notice is the zombies seem to pile up near the cars. You're not sure why. Maybe it's the only shade they can get in the wasteland, and maybe that matters to them. But they do shamble about some. However, they seem to be attracted to the cars. I need more water. Right. It's a brand new bag of these, apparently. I haven't punched out all the bases. But these things are everywhere through here. Actually, with the desert heat and dust blowing around and everything, you're not entirely sure that you see all of them. But they are milling about, and based on where they are, you can sort of see that they, for whatever reason, appear to be attracted to the vehicles. There is some kind of security gate on the far end. It looks like you need to open it manually somehow, but you're not sure.
Okay.
And these are other people. These cars appear newer than the zombies. These look like other people that have tried to get through. There you go, John. Zombie time. Yep. Okay, so for the scenario, what you need to do, you've got 3 different vehicles. So we're going to call it, no, we're going to stay at 6. Every time you hit a zombie, you're going to roll a hazard die. What you need is to collect 6 of the actual hazard symbols. When you do that, you find the guy that has what's left of the key for the gate.
Okay.
If you roll anything else with shift, I had a chart for this and I didn't print it out. There's going to be strange effects. If you roll a slide, it's going to be one of 3 of the drop templates. It's either going to be oil, glue, or smoke. If you roll a spin, it's going to... What the hell was spin? Oh, no. Spin is the dropped templates.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll a slide, you are going to start your next movement with a slide that you need to either roll dice and cancel, or you have to resolve it as you're slipping on zombie.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
And if you roll shifts, which is the majority of it, the die, nothing happens, just bump, mess, gross. But what you're looking for is collecting the hazard.
Okay.
And more of them will spawn because there's actually only a 1 in 6 chance, so you're probably going to need a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just turns into zombie smash. And we will keep track of gears just for your movement. You're the only one that's really going to be moving.
Okay.
I will tell you what will happen. What this is about is if you wipe out, every zombie will move a medium toward you. If you end up with more zombies surrounding you when you're wiped out, then you have hull points. That car is out.
Ooh.
It's overwhelmed and the people inside it are gone.
Walking Dead.
Yes. So that was the plan with that.
Okay.
So, first gear.
All right.
Am
I starting out in a gear?
We'll start you out in second. We're going to say you stopped and surveyed things to sort of, you're going into it knowing what the rules are. But you're not stopped right there. You're getting a rolling start, so we'll put you in second.
Okay.
Weapons will take out the zombies, but will not result in a die roll.
So I got to smash the zombies.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only way you know what's in their pockets.
Yeah.
If the hazards, because that's a high bar. If it ends up being too hard to get the 6 hazards, then I will modify that for the scenario.
Okay.
Okay, second gear.
Second gear.
I set it for 6, thinking that there would probably be 6 or 7 cars here if we had 2 or 3 people playing.
It shows the wrong one on that one.
Too bad door checking's not a thing.
Yeah. Well, if I roll dice and get a slide or a spin.
Yeah. I don't think you'll carry into him, but you might. But you could at least line up on him.
Yeah. Shift slide. Push it. There's the spin.
Okay.
And then I'll go up to third. Hazard for the spin.
Well, didn't get him yet, but he's definitely not.
Oh yeah, that lines me up for 3. All right.
Nitrous.
All right. So second gear. Let's do this.
That's that overhead look. I'm gonna look at the other camera real quick. I really sort of laid the board out for that. But let's see how the other ones do. Really gonna need to stay with overhead for this one.
So shift, hazard, hazard. I will push it. Save 1 shift. Actually, I'll save 2 shifts. See if I can get it spin. Shift. All right.
I go to 8th gear.
I will go to 3rd gear. He's gone. Drop time. Shit, he's gonna take the straight road. Line up on those 2 guys. And go up to 3rd.
Okay, 3rd gear. Sort of run through the motions.
So I'll get 2 of them.
Okay.
There, I think.
See what you find in their pockets.
Oh, look at that.
2 hazards. Nice. Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I'll keep that there.
Okay. Yep. Nicely done.
Actually, I'll put them up there
Okay.
so the camera can see.
Okay. 2 of the 6. So that's not too bad. It is a bit of a random variable. I don't know that it should necessarily be quite like that, but
And there's going to be 2 more. So let's get rid of these. I don't think there's no collision.
looks like you escaped the collision. Nice.
1 more hazard
Okay. Nice.
and a spin.
And a spin. Okay. So spin.
I think that was a drop template, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oil. I had my templates out. They say glue, but we're going to do oil. And it's just going to smear right underneath where you smear the zombies. So 2 hazards for you.
Okay. So those 2 have gone. Red car. Let's do some 3rd gear. So I can use that. I think I will do.
The first gross zombie head. Turned into an oil slick.
I don't think that's going to give me the right angle. Well, go for those two up there.
Nice.
And that's it.
That would be fourth. Anybody in fourth?
Nope.
All right, so drop it back to first.
Okay, that'll get both these guys. One more.
Nice. And a spin. No slides, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. That's another oil slick. So they splatter this way. Two hazards.
He's gone. Move the truck next. Can't use that. Right. Crush this guy.
Gonna roll.
Yeah, I'll roll. Actually, I'm gonna do third gear. Yeah. I can get that spin. It is. That'll wash. I will get rid of the hazard from the templates.
Okay.
Take a hazard from the spin. And take my spin.
And not torpedo into a concrete wall?
Yeah. I will actually do a 90-degree spin. Okay.
Got everybody in first gear?
Did I move the truck?
You did.
Yeah. Okay.
They shamble about a little bit.
Yeah.
Second gear.
Driver of the red car goes, "Oh my God."
Dealing with the oil and then looks out his window.
Yeah. Don't know. That'll work, but all right. I think I am going to roll handling.
You started in the oil, so that's two more hazards. Be careful.
Oh. So that's 6.
Okay, so you definitely need to roll then.
Yeah. See if I can get rid of. Give me a Yahtzee. Come on. So get one more on there, so that's 7. So I need to roll all.
Actually, you only need a couple. You need a total of 3, it sounds like.
So that'll wash. I can get rid of 2.
That puts you to 5. If you were at 7.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You get the truck to move.
Take any other action than this, that will get me into a collision, which I want to avoid. And then.
Okay. 3rd gear. And it's funny, you're handling it quite well. This I designed specifically as part of the scenario because I wanted people to push their luck and go fast in a small arena. Thinking that that would be part of what would make them wipe out and get eaten. But you're doing really well handling it. I think if somebody else were here and were racing for the key, maybe people would be pushing their luck a little more.
Yeah.
But I deliberately wanted that mechanic in there. Yeah. He's smashing zombies and testing one of my crappy homebrewed arenas. See what you get.
All right. Get rid of the hazard for that.
He,
There it is.
nice.
Yeah, I am just getting.
Number 5. Yeah, okay, so I don't feel bad leaving it at 6 then.
First 2 zombies I smashed, I have to roll a hazard on the hazard die.
Oh.
I rolled 2 hazards. Ooh. And every subsequent roll, I've been getting at least 1 hazard.
He's looking for the key to get out of this thing to open the gate.
Oh, okay.
It's on the zombies. And they're running over the zombies to see what they have. Every time they hit a zombie, they roll the die. And if they roll a shift, nothing happens. It's just a mess. If they roll a spin, one of the random templates, either oil, smoke, or glue, get dropped.
Oh.
If he rolls a slide, he actually has to take the slide template, and his next move, he starts with that. So he has to counteract it or he has to resolve it.
Oh. This is intriguing.
And if he rolls the hazard, he gets 1 of the points. So he needs to, once he has 6 of those, he's found the zombie with the key.
Okay. Oh, there's a spin.
Well, let's see what that one had in his pockets. Everybody's had oil so far. Oh, that's glue, though.
Oh, man. Immediately dropped 2 gears.
Yep. So we're going to do this and use the actual glue template. And who did that?
The red car.
Oh, this guy?
Yep. Sport. So I'm in first gear. And how many hazards?
I
I
think
think it's 2, right? It's treacherous.
I think it counts as treacherous terrain,
Yeah.
so it's 2 hazards.
Yeah, so I will wipe out.
Oh, no, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me. Guess I can roll some shift dice to see if I can get rid of some existing hazards.
You can. Yeah, because
Let's give it a shot.
I'll have to decide how that works in this scenario. Because that happens at the end, but that's okay. This is why we're play testing stuff.
So
We got just a couple of watchers, I think. But...
Yeah. Spin and slide. Shoot. All right, so I wipe out.
Okay, so see if you flip.
I'm in first gear.
Yeah, I don't think you can flip in first gear. So, so you don't flip. You come to a stop right there. We're gonna have you facing this way. Is that the end of your movement phase? You get to see me test this mechanic too.
Okay.
So now that he's wiped out all of, not that guy, but definitely these two, he gets swarmed by any zombie in medium range. And if he ends up with more zombies than he has hull points, the car is overwhelmed and the people inside get et.
Oh.
Not quite. No, I didn't get enough of him over there for you. And he's just outside too, so you haven't taken any damage, I don't think.
Nope.
Okay.
I have 8 whole points.
Okay.
There you go. I should drive around with a bunch of zombies on.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
Alrighty, so I think he was the only one to go in third so far.
Okay.
All right, you guys have fun. I am heading.
I will be right behind you.
We'll see you later.
That's what I want for my birthday is to go to bed early.
Fair enough. Happy birthday, old man.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right, that's a good splat.
So I think if that's going to be... I think what this thing needs is automated turrets. So
Yeah.
I could... Just because if nobody takes any damage, then it's going to be really hard for them to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
What'd you get for that one?
Got shift.
Okay, so no.
All
right.
I'm in third gear, so that's another hazard. Okay. And then I think the car went already, so
Okay. Anybody in fourth?
no.
Okay, back to first. But I might also need to make it a round timer to force people to drive faster. But this is there's something I can use here. This is functionally kind of fun. As silly as it is. Instead of just collecting them for points like Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Yeah. Do this. Get out of the zombie mess. See if we can get some spin there. Shift, hazard, shift. I will push it. Keep on shift. Shift, hazard. I will wash that.
Okay.
And take the hazard. And template, I can go up to second.
You do need to take the 2 hazard for rolling through the glue.
Oh yeah.
It's the only thing they got going for them.
Is it ending your turn in the glue? Or
If any part of your final position or movement template crosses the terrain. So if your front wheels were off, then the template's not in it. You move, you're okay.
Yeah. So he went. Stupid car. I think I will do gentle. That should get him.
No, I don't think I'm going to double dip. I think...
Nope.
I think the guns would be too much. I think a timer on it would be more important. And maybe what the timer does is takes away the points you're building up. Because I don't want to make it a straight up fail condition.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make it a motivator to make people get reckless, and then that's how they lose. Because if everybody gets et, the story's over.
Okay, he's in good shape. So
We're in
third
second.
gear. Okay.
That puts us in second. I think you just moved, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why this guy's at. Where's he gonna go? We're gonna put him. Oh, yeah, and I need to do one other thing. We got to the end of first gear, so. There's no real exact movement for this because that seems silly. But what they're not doing is jumping in front of cars. And they don't want to be stuck in the glue, so we'll just do that. This poor guy will put over here.
Okay. Then trucks in third. I can get him. I think if the template crosses, right?
Yeah. If the template's moving him, then he got hit.
Okay. Oh, just barely scraping by that guy.
Overspin.
Ugh. Just a lot of splats. And the car went, now the buggy.
Let's see, did you want to roll to see if you can get a spin and hit that guy?
There it is. Spin, spin.
Okay. Is it worth 2 hazards?
No. So, if I push it, and I gain a hazard, that'll get me up to 5.
Mhm.
And I'll gain another hazard for spinning. So I'm going to wipe out anyway.
Yeah, but because I haven't figured out the balance of that, you're going to be fine. They're not going to overwhelm the whole points of your truck.
Yeah. So I will take 2 hazards and wipe out and
Good. See what he has in his pockets.
take this guy and roll. There it is.
There it is. All right. So, with that, you find the key that you need. This gate slides back and lets you out. And there is old, unused highway behind it. Oh, and I forgot. This is what I was going to use the smoke machine for. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, you get the heck out of the zombie pit. Move on to what should be the final leg to the whatever this bunker was safeguarding. For zombies. So I need to make another arena. There is one event I wanted to put in this that I'm not going to. We'll have to test it later. But part of the threat and part of the journey, I think it would have gone quicker with more people, was going to be a windy highway.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the threat on it was going to be, you were basically being paced by Beverly Ghost motorcycles type thing.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like wolves just stalking on the side. And you were going to have to navigate the turns and everything. And what they were going to do was swoop through and collect those soul tokens. But what they were going to do was suppress your crew like a gas grenade. So if they fully suppressed your crew, your vehicle's moving uncontrolled.
Mm-hmm.
And you may come off the road.
Oh.
Which will wreck you.
Yeah.
Because you were told to stay on the road. All right, so let me do this real quick. The final arena. I'll take these apart later. That's part of when we get the new studio and it's not in my work space. This is one of the things I'm going to miss. Because I can leave this and clean up tomorrow.
Oh,
Won't be able to do.
yeah. Well, that's going to be the new office over there, right?
No.
For the
It's just a studio for Mythical Family
oh,
and for some parking. So everything we're going to do over there is going to be for the public events and for Mythical Family events and stuff. These.
well, there have to be some shelves then to put all the stuff on.
Okay. So some of the decorations I had set up were for the spooky highway part. That's not going to be there. Just because we're sort of falling behind. But what you end up finding at the end of the road is an old junkyard. Let's have you come in from the side. So I guess we'll throw down one stretch of road. And as you've been traveling down the road, and part of what we're skipping is me gradually getting to introduce these things, the scenery becomes more and more surreal until it's just absolutely unbelievably weird. And there is something strange about the land outside of this ring of skulls. It seems to all fall into shadow. And you're not entirely sure, like the old man said, if you were to get lost out there in the shadow, you're not sure you'd be able to find your way back to the light. The road brings you into here. Let's make this a little more symmetrical. And we'll do that. And you cruise through this giant junkyard. There's wrecks of old aircraft that look like they've been gutted. Piles and piles of rusty cars, heavy equipment that's been destroyed. Put this guy down here just for scenery. Looks like lots of scrap metal has been left to decay in this place. And the road all sort of dead ends. At this separated part of the junkyard, it has these large, rusty statues of skeletal unicorns as a gate. And once you cross over that, you're into the last piece of the junkyard. And toward the back, appears to be a rusted out piece of Martian tech sitting high up on a strange looking podium that looks like a hand holding it up, but it looks like it's some kind of giant robot or mecha. Ooh. Something from Mars. This is where you were told you would find what you were looking for, but you would never make it. And this is where the Turbo Destroyer is. Don't think I want to put anything else in. We're going to put this in just for giggles. Put this guy here and move these back a little bit. In the middle so that it can be gone around if you want. And since I'm a little light on the other scenery, we're gonna throw some other oddball things about. That's just shrubbery. It's just there for scenery. That's not anything. This is sort of an invisible, out of bounds. Like I said, behind the skulls, everything seems to just fall into shadow. Mm-hmm. And the shadows wash up here. These seem to be flanking the road like the gate in.
Okay.
But these containers that look unopened and potentially this Martian robot are what it looks like everything has been leading to.
All right.
You can search the containers if you get within short and reduce your gear to 1. Same if you want to check out the mech.
Okay.
But this is the search part. You figure out what you're looking for.
So, you're second?
Roll in second, sure.
What's that?
Yeah, we'll give you a rolling start.
Okay.
You cross through the gates. And the purple skulls light up as soon as you enter.
Okay. So I'll get a hazard for that.
Okay.
Oof. get a free shift from that, so I'm going to go down to first.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll some dice to see if I can spin. Go ahead and push it. Slide hazard. Oy. Oh man.
I don't think you want the slide.
Cancel that. Take 2 more hazards. And probably collide with the damn container next turn. But I am in. Oops. That was about 1. Now we'll search that container.
Okay. Roll a single shift die. Shift. This appears to have a bunch of it's just junk. It's looks like it was probably old like MREs and whatnot, but they're well past when they're fully rotted and compromised and everything. So there's nothing in that one.
Okay. You said short?
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Yep. Sure am.
Okay.
So I get a free shift from that.
Well, you're in second, remember.
Yeah. No, you said first gear though, right?
Yeah, no, I thought the shift was only for first gear. You can't actually do that maneuver in first gear. All right. So.
Oh yeah.
So you're good. You're good. You got the free shift. You're gonna shift down to first.
Yep. Shift down, search that thing.
Roll a single d6 or shift die. Spin. This one lights up and lets out a awful, very unmechanical sounding wail.
Hmm.
And there are looks like diesel and industrial type stuff, but that container is full of parts. There's a lot of value in that container. The things will need to be cleaned up. They've been here for a long time, but there is a buttload of parts in there. More than you'll be able to carry out.
Wow. That would have a war rig.
Mm-hmm.
And just go straight. All right. That's it.
Okay. Is anybody in third?
Nope.
Okay. So, all the skulls are lit and wailing. This podium shifts, and this thing falls to the ground. And the turbo destroyer is awake.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, even the freaking statues.
This is the turbo destroyer. Okay. So, it that you in having. Okay. So, a couple of things. Smash attack. It is a heavyweight vehicle, and it counts as being in fourth gear.
Oh, okay.
What gear are you in?
I am in second.
Okay. You gonna smash back or evade?
I will evade.
Okay.
No evades.
Okay. 4 hits. And it pile drives. So it moves you into this vehicle. So, this vehicle automatically chooses to smash because it's out of control.
Okay.
Just as part of the event. So it is going to smash attack in its current gear. The other car can choose to evade or smash back, but that would be silly.
Here's the evade.
Okay.
And one hit.
Okay. And it lets out a terrible, terrible mechanical roar, and that is the Turbo Destroyer. First gear.
Wow. All right.
It's using a war rig attack.
So he's in.
We should roll for pole position. I'm kidding. Go ahead. You can have it to start with because it just activated.
All right. So he's in second. We'll do a short forward. Oh boy. And from that, and I will light it up with my minigun.
We'll try to evade. Doesn't get any evades.
3 hits.
Nice, 3 hits. Okay. Okay. So Gear 4 T-Bone as a heavyweight vehicle.
No evade.
1, 2, 3 hits.
Okay.
And we're going to put you...
Those hits give me hazards too, right?
I don't think so. Let me look at that. I don't think the pile driver does that. It just gets to, it moves you and you can potentially knock people into other vehicles. Pile driver attack. I place the target vehicle anywhere within short range of the... Does not collide with it. Okay. So there's no bonus hazards, there's just the collision hazards.
Okay. So he's in first gear. So are we considering the container a destructible obstacle?
Are you in contact with it?
I'm going to be next turn.
You
When I
will
move.
stop when you hit it, but then you can, on your next movement, you can continue through.
Okay.
So it's an obstruction, but you can go through.
Okay. So I will just do a straight.
Okay.
And hit it.
Okay.
Kaboom.
Okay. It's going to smash back at whatever gear you're in.
Okay. I'm going to shift up to second.
Okay.
So I can go next turn. And it strikes me for 2. With no hits.
Okay.
It was just a baby tap.
Well, okay. All right. Is the car gone?
No.
Okay. This was also sort of designed for multiple teams.
Don't know if that's going to get me around that. So I'll do this. Then first, shift. Darn. And no collision. collision with the skull this time, but I will hit it next turn.
Not gonna roll.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna shift up. Give me that spin. Slide, shift, shift. Push it. Shift, spin. There it is. All right. I'll get rid of one of my resisting. I will. That's pushing it. Take one for the spin, and I'll shift up to third gear. And spin it.
Nice. Nice.
And that's it.
Okay. Second gear.
All right. So I'm going with the little car here, the buggy. And it gets me a free shift. So third. And that's it.
Okay. It stomps its feet and howls. I think it's only going to matter maybe for the truck. Truck is in medium. Car is not. It gets rid of all of its hazards, but the truck takes one of them.
Oh, cheap.
But it doesn't move and doesn't attack.
Right. I yell at it. You're cheating.
I was really looking forward to hitting like two cars from two different teams. Like, here, have a hazard, have a hazard, have a hazard.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, this will take some... Oh, Sweet Dreamer just redeemed a hydrate. Thank you. Thank you for, for looking out for us. And welcome to the channel. We're testing some goofy house rules and scenarios for Gaslands tonight. Currently, the unicorn skeleton is a giant mechanical monstrosity that is known as the Turbo Destroyer. And it has just come to life. I don't think Ryan was expecting it to be that.
I was expecting it
That
to
was
be
the bait.
the, the mech.
And it's running around stomping on these cars that are here to loot its graveyard. All right. It did the only thing it can do, so the whole turn's yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still only gets to activate once.
Let's see. Oh, I have to use it. Already laid it down. Am I within range? Yes. Third gear. I'm going to use that to get rid of. Oh, I'm in second. Are we in second gear?
Yeah, we just went to second.
I'll get rid of an existing hazard with the template. Minigun. Ooh.
Oh, nice hit. Okay, well, it's going to try to evade while it's throwing its hazard tantrum. One. So only 5 hits. Damn.
That's
okay. That was a good shot.
Yeah.
That was a really, really good shot.
I'll say, give me that hazard, will ya? And that's it.
Okay. Third gear. Pole position's yours.
All right. So he's only in second, so I get the car and buggy to get to go. All right. So the car's in third. So he's going to go here. Drop down to second. hazard. That. Let's roll some shift dice to see if I can get another shift. Go down to first. Spin, spin, hazard. Push it. Shift, slide, slide. Shoot.
Thank you for lurking and staying. We appreciate it. Yeah, this was this will be a fun thing to do. I definitely need to play test a couple of the rules out. But that's why we play test it.
Would that be a collision?
You in contact with it? Doesn't look like it.
What? Well, do we need to center the car?
Well, you're
the
supposed
template?
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's a
then
collision.
okay. Yep.
Boom.
That'll be a fun one about if it wipes you out. Trying to slide to a stop and then catch a
Yes.
quarter panel.
So that canceled out, so I took the slide, so that's a hazard from the slide. So that's 2, 4, 5 hazards total.
You downshifted, right?
And I took one for the downshift already.
Okay. What I mean is for the collision.
So the collision will give me one, right?
Collision will give you 2.
2. So that'll wipe me out.
But what gear do you hit that thing in?
Second.
Okay, so roll to see if it actually hurts. It may not.
Oh,
1 point of damage. You can still evade.
So now I wipe out.
Okay. So see if you roll. You rolled over the gear you're in, so you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
So you just there. We're going to we're just going to spin it so it looks like you actually hit it.
Okay, so that gets me into first gear. Then I will search the container.
Okay. Okay.
Or will that count me as distracted for hitting?
No, not for this. That's
Yeah,
not a.
okay.
It's not a shooting attack, so you're okay. Yeah, you can roll.
Got there.
Shift. That seems to be another one with rare parts. You're guessing some of the parts in here might actually be for that mecha.
Oh. Okay.
Is that all your vehicles?
I've got the red one left.
Okay.
Did your guy go? Or is he in first?
No, it's considered to be in 4th gear, but its activation was that stomping and throwing the hazard. That's it shedding hazards.
That was last gear phase. Then.
Oh, because we did go to 3rd.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so okay, I think what I was going to do with it may be a little over the top. So, because I was going to let it pivot like a bike. That seems excessive. So what we're going to do is it will move. Does need to turn and catch up with you. So we're gonna do a regular turn. And then you're going to be out of range, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do... it should be just barely out of range, so we're going to do that. And like the horror perk, this erupts into flames and is going to stay on fire.
Oh.
and activate it.
Okay.
We did. We saw the hydrate and we hydrated. I did get to surprise Ryan with the Turbo Destroyer being the unicorn and not the mech, which is what I was really hoping would happen. He got trampled by the unicorn.
Okay.
All right, so fourth gear.
Nobody in first.
Yeah, well, the robot is, but unfortunately, into that gear phase, this goes away. I don't think I'm going to get there, but we're going to try a nice janitor. This thing definitely needs to be on a base.
Mm.
Yeah. It's not even a template away from it. It actually looks like it's getting ready to kick the car. I should have watched for a few more of these from Dollar Tree. I actually want to paint a couple of them up now, silly as it is.
That's
All right. So, yeah, it didn't make it. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have a whole bunch of tricks. It's just got enough tricks to be annoying.
Yeah.
All right, first gear. Actually, fourth gear should have been my pole position, so you have pole position.
Okay. All right. So got the truck. Orange Crush can go, so he is going to get out of its way. He's in first gear. He's out of there. Shift up to second. And I think probably immediate range. Could probably shoot some handguns at it. All right, so I've got a crew of 2, so I'm going to throw 2 grenades at it.
Okay.
Oh, it's still 1d6, but kind of the same. 3 hits.
Right. Only one evade, so 2 more damage.
A big target.
Yeah. There is that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna play test it the way I have it written. And we'll see if it's too much, but that means pivot. Which will put it about here. All right. We're gonna,
Trample.
yep. So we're gonna just remember that because you're gonna be out of it anyway. So 6 dice. Fourth gear. It's heavier than you. I should count this thing as having a RAM just because hazard management was part of what I designed it with. But wow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any evades?
It is wrecked.
Okay. So we'll put you over here as a wreck.
And let's see if I explode.
Because I can only put you short away, so I can't put you far enough away that if you do blow up, it won't hurt.
6, roll a 6, roll a 6. I blow up. I have 3 ammo tokens.
Okay, so 46 as a medium weight vehicle.
3 hits.
3 hits, all right. One of 8, so 2 hits. Okay. It looks really rough. And that template is there because it is on fire with how fast it ran.
Yeah. All right. And I will. Trucks in second. We're in first gear. Okay.
Yep.
Right. That is exactly what I need here.
Oh, that's in range. Yep.
2 hits.
Okay. Now let's see. No evades. Yep.
And Buggy's in second, so I can use this template. I'm within short range of that. It's going to roll some dice. It's got 1 hazard. 3 hazards. Sorry. No, he's in third. Looked at the wrong car.
Oh. Well, let's see. Maybe what we're going to have you do, you're in third?
Yep.
Let's have you do some swerve. That'll be fun. See where it'll take.
Looked at the wrong dang card. Shoot.
We do that.
No, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can use that.
That's what we're going to do. So running into the container, we're just going to leave you over here on the out of bounds. Just about. No hazard or anything. But yeah, you'll have to figure that maneuver out later.
Can I still roll?
You can. Yeah. It's just like you did the template.
Shift, hazard, shift, shift. You know what? And the out of bounds is past the skulls, right?
Yeah. Okay. Basically just falls into shadow.
Yeah.
I messed with the lighting. I don't know. Do we have anybody currently watching? All right. I'm going to ask for some feedback, folks. I did something different with the lights deliberately. Can you guys let me know if this actually looks shadowed on the board? We usually try to light it better on purpose, but because they're in kind of this supernatural dreadlands, wasteland thing, I wanted the shadows. So I brought all the lights at sharper angles and down lower. Is that translating? Because I'm just curious and would like to know.
I'll actually remove 2 hazards.
Okay.
Or no. We're in.
It's the end of first.
Shoot. So I want to get that container. That's a wash. I will shift down to second. And I will stay at 3 hazards.
I don't have any good camera angles to get your car that's like way off. I mean, he's on the screen, but that's like, is there anything better? Can we centralize what's happening? And no. All right.
All right, so I got rid of I downshifted, I got rid of a hazard, and I gained that same hazard back while I'm shifting down. So.
Okay. All right. Second gear.
All right. I think it's your pole position.
It is. But that also means this goes away. Oh. Forgot. It's one of the things I may have to figure into the design. I don't count that thing as having a ram because part of what it does is yell and get rid of hazards. I don't think medium's going to do it, and it can't do the other one again. Pivot. Not quite close enough.
See this giant freaking.
It moved, so it can't do the other thing. The only other thing we can do is shoot this. And we're going to, I'll use the short to mark it on the other side.
Oh,
Something like that's on fire. It's also on fire over here, but
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And activated. Okay, shadows are definitely showing up. What's the normal? I can't. I would have to move all the lights. We usually do really well with getting the lights from 3 different angles and up high and washing down. So we do pretty good with not having shadows. You can see it on our other VODs if you wanted to pop one of those open real quick just to see. But the lighting is usually much better than this. This is deliberately done to cast shadows because there's a whole supernatural thing happening right now. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that the shadows were translating. I didn't know if the camera was compensating for them. I'm looking at it on my phone, but I'm also, it's hard to be in the game and do CNC stuff, so. Elongated shadows. Yes, perfect. Thank you. I'm glad that's translating. That was on purpose, and we usually don't do that. We usually deliberately light much better. All right, well, thank you, both of you.
All right, what do you think? Collision?
Is it against your wheel? It's against your wheel, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
You didn't have to move the thing, right?
No.
No. That's the house rule. It's the notch is part of the template.
Okay.
So you probably bounce off its leg and scrape by kind of thing, but it's not.
Oof. It's going to be a collision next turn, though.
Unless you spin.
Yeah. So
I'll give you a hint. Being in there, you can't get run over. It has up and over like a monster truck, but that means it goes over the top of that.
shifts hazard. He's got one hazard. Reroll this. Spin. Nope. 2 shifts. Not terrible. I will get rid of that hazard. Yeah, I'll stay in second gear. Keep it safe.
Yep.
And minigun coming your way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Woo. No evades. So how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 7?
You got 1 evade.
No, that wasn't one of the ones I rolled.
Oh.
It only got these 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So wrecked.
Whoa.
And 2, 4, 6. All right. 6 hits. You're going to be out of blast range.
Okay.
So he takes 6 explosive. He can evade.
He's in second.
It may make a difference. I don't know.
5 and a 5. Nope.
Okay.
So 6 hits.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's still up with 4 hit points or whole points.
But he also has 6 hazards. So,
He
but
wipes
that's okay. He wipes out, but the turbo destroyer has been destroyed. And then if we did this in a story scenario or whatnot, I don't think I would. It would depend on where we were in the campaign as to whether or not I actually let you guys have a Martian mech in your stable. However, there are some weapons I'm designing for the mechs that do different things. Like they're going to have heavy autocannons that are, I'm going to do like 4 or 5 dice on them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to have a new rule that I'm going to call Blast 1, which means the first point of damage is also blast. So it doesn't stack hazards, but pretty much every time you get hit with the thing, it gives you a hazard. So there would be things you could strip off of this. There would also be components that you could salvage and still use for the cars because mechanical components, and the game's not, that serious. But yeah, I am sorry I didn't pick up more of these actually, because now I want to paint one to look like a big old rusty metal monstrosity. But I did get my moment because it was supposed to be about thinking that was it, and then you come in and then that thing attacks you from behind. That's the Turbo Destroyer, the otherworldly horror. And this being a Martian mech, I was hoping that it would play into it, like, oh yeah, otherworldly. Oh, it's
Yeah.
yeah. But that was the plan. So okay, actually a fun playthrough of this scenario. The only scene we didn't get to was the highway scene, where basically you have to try to maneuver so that you don't get run off the road. And there was going to be a spot where you had to cross a bridge with the abyss, like over the abyss. It was just going to be like this black river. I had cloth set out for it.
Oh.
And if you go into that vehicle's gone.
Okay.
Can't be repaired, can't be brought back, just gone. So, yeah. Okay. This will be a fun write-up, and there's some interesting rules to it.
Yeah.
This thing was not super tough, actually. Well, I say that. It had 18 hull. So, I mean, not ridiculously tough, but it was meant to be more aggressive. That's why I let it pivot and do the Hellfire stuff and shed its hazards, because I didn't give it a ram. I wanted it to trip and get hazards and have to manage hazards as it stepped on things and ran over things. But part of the nightmare of that was it was going to be able to, when it activates, if it chooses not to move, it can shed all of its hazards by giving up the activation, and anybody that's within medium, the hazards that it gets rid of gets distributed to them.
Oh. Yeah, it happened to the truck.
Yep. So, I don't know, some quirky mechanics, but they were fun.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
I'll have to think about the zombie compound, just because if there's no damage there, there's really not a lot of threat. But I also had not planned on there being another repair stop after that. So not like the first scenario. The first scenario was actually supposed to be like, hey, this is kind of normal. We got beat up. Maybe a couple of our cars got wrecked. If the cars get wrecked, there's a chance that, something happens. Screw that kind of thing. Yeah. But it was just meant to be kind of like an overnight encounter, and then you could repair your vehicles and move into the next phase. The zombie one, I wasn't, because you're not going to stay there. The zombies keep pouring in. So I could put stuff like that in. I was also going to have rolls to see how well the repairs go. Maybe you're not fully repaired. Or have you roll handling dice for everybody, and then every shift you get is a point that you can, like a pool of points that you can spread out between the vehicles.
Okay.
Not thinking anything super long term, because it's really supposed to be just scene.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Good night, Eric, and thank you. Happy birthday to me, yay. We're at the point we're done with our play testing. We're at the point where it's just cleanup now, which seems silly to make people watch. If folks have questions, we're happy to entertain them. Otherwise, I'm going to check Twitch real quick and see if we know anybody. We are going to raid our buddy Nitskull. This is another streamer that we like quite a bit. They have really good energy and they're a very good person. Give them a few minutes of your time, see how much they entertain you, and yeah, let them know Mythical Family sent you. Throw some socials, throw some emotes, say yay, say hi. But yeah, this has been a fun play test, and for the folks that came along with us, thank you for staying, and thank you for your interaction with us. And say hi to Knit Skull, and you folks have a good night.